Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're going to blend right into the world of high-performance watches. Specifically, we're looking at the Tudor Pelagos Ultra. Now, our sources describe this as a next-level diver and an ultra-robust tool watch. That's quite a statement. So our mission today is really to unpack what makes this watch tick, what makes it so significant, and does it actually live up to that built like a tank reputation? We'll be looking at some fascinating details, like what's called the most over-engineered yet practical folding clasp imaginable, and some pretty staggering water resistance figures. So yeah, let's get into it.
Absolutely. And what's interesting right away is how this Pelagos Ultra is positioned. It's not just a watch, it's framed as like serious professional gear. Calling it an ultra-robust tool watch immediately tells you the design philosophy here. It's all about reliability, sheer endurance. Performance under extreme conditions is paramount. It's purpose-built, not just about looking good.
It definitely sounds like it means business. But what's interesting is, for all that toughness, it still keeps that Pelagos look, doesn't it? It has the more contemporary look the all-titanium Pelagos is known for. Quite a clean look, actually. And then there's that pop of teal-green Pelagos writing on the dial. It's a cool contrast.
Yeah, it's a nice touch. And that teal green isn't just random. It appears elsewhere, too. Kind of ties things together visually. But speaking of function, the real star, maybe the most talked about part, is definitely that clasp, the over-engineered one.
Ah, yes, the clasp. That phrase, most over-engineered, yet practical, folding clasp imaginable, really jumps out. Because usually for a tool watch, you think, simple, right, less to go wrong. Does this complexity actually work, or is it a risk? What's the deal with it?
That's a great question. It seems counterintuitive, maybe.
Oh.
But Tudor's approach here seems to be that complexity serves reliability and usability. It's not just one piece. It's really a whole system. You've got Tudor's on-the-fly adjustable T-fit
I remember
system.
for micro adjustments, yeah.
Exactly. Super handy day-to-day. Then there's also a spring-loaded extension slider built in for even finer tuning. And then on top of that, a proper foldable dieting extension for wearing it over a thick wetsuit sleeve.
Wow. Okay, so it covers pretty much every scenario.
Pretty much. And you mentioned the teal green text. You actually see a little hint of that color inside the clasp mechanism too. It's all integrated. So far from being a weak point, all this complexity actually adds up to, well, really practical features for almost any situation.
That's genuinely impressive. So much thought in just the clasp. And that focus on extreme function obviously carries over to its main job, diving. This thing has 1,000 meters of water resistance, which is kind of insane.
It is pretty extreme. I mean, 1,000 meters, that's way beyond what almost any human diver will ever experience.
Right, so why go that far?
Well, it's a statement, isn't it? It shows the absolute commitment to pushing engineering limits, making something that can withstand almost anything. And the whole watch is built to back that up. You've got this robust 43 millimeter by 14.5 millimeter grade 2 titanium case.
Grade 2 titanium. Why that specific grade?
Good question. Grade 2 offers a great balance, strong, lightweight, and really excellent corrosion resistance, especially against salt water. Crucial for a dive watch. And the case is brushed, which looks good, but also, helps hide the inevitable little scratches you get on a tool watch.
Makes sense.
Then you add the unidirectional titanium rotating bezel, essential for timing dives safely, a super tough sapphire crystal, a solid titanium caseback, and critically, that screw-down crown. All these pieces have to work perfectly together to hit that depth rating. It really is built like a tank, just like the source material says. It's designed to handle immense pressure.
Okay, so the outside is clearly hardcore. But what about the part you actually interact with most, the dial? How does that contribute? We're looking at a matte black dial, these luminous ceramic composite monoblock hour markers, the classic snowflake hands with SLN, and a date window.
Right, and none of that is just for looks, especially on a diver. The matte black dial is key. It cuts down glare significantly, makes it easy to read underwater or in bright sun.
Ah, good point.
Then the markers being luminous ceramic composite monoblock means they're basically solid blocks of lume integrated into the dial. Very bright, very durable. And those famous snowflake hands filled with SLN or superluminova ensure you can read the time instantly, even in really low light or murky water. Legibility is everything.
And the date.
The date adds that touch of everyday practicality. So yeah, every visual element is really there for a functional reason.
Purposeful design through and through. Okay, let's move inwards. What's powering this beast? The notes mention the caliber MT562U.
Yes, the MT561U. It's an automatic movement, so it winds itself using the motion of your wrist. No batteries, no manual winding needed unless it stops. It beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour, or VPH. That's a fairly high frequency.
What does that mean for me wearing it?
Well, technically, it means the second hand has a smoother sweep. But more importantly, a higher beat rate generally contributes to better timekeeping stability and accuracy, which is exactly what you want in a reliable tool watch. Plus, it has a really solid 65-hour power reserve, so you take it off Friday night, put it back on Monday morning, and it should still be running.
That's handy.
Very. But maybe the biggest deal here is that it's master chronometer certified.
Okay, I've heard of chronometer like COSC. Is master chronometer different?
It is, yeah. It's a certification by METIS, the Swiss Federal Institute of Metrology. It includes the COSC accuracy tests, but goes much further. It tests the fully assembled watch, not just the movement for precision under various conditions, serious resistance to magnetic fields, water resistance, and that power reserve figure.
Ah, so it's testing the whole package.
Exactly. It guarantees a very high level of real-world performance, accuracy, and durability. It's a significant step up.
That definitely reinforces the whole ultra-robust idea. And thinking about real-world use, the watch isn't just a one-trick pony, right? It comes with both a titanium bracelet and black rubber strap, both using that multi-adjustable T-fit clasp. That sounds really versatile.
It absolutely adds to the versatility and the overall value proposition, I think. You get the tough, matching titanium bracelet, and you also get the practical black rubber strap, maybe better for actual diving or sports. And crucially, both get that amazing T-fit clasp system we talked about.
Right, so you get that convenience no matter which strap you use.
Precisely. Now look, the retail price is listed as EUR 5,960. So yeah, as the source says, it's certainly not the most affordable diver out there.
Definitely a considered purchase.
For sure. But when you factor in the sheer level of engineering, the extreme robustness, that incredibly functional clasp, the master chronometer movement, the titanium build, the two-strap options, you start to see where that cost comes from. You're paying for a very, very capable and durable piece of equipment that's also quite wearable day to day.
So wrapping this up, what does this deep dive tell us? It seems the Tudor Pelagos Ultra really does push the envelope. It stands out for that extreme toughness. The 1,000-meter depth rating is genuinely impressive, and that clasp sounds like a piece of engineering brilliance in its own right. It really feels like it earns that built like a tank label, backed up by serious precision inside.
I'd agree. And maybe a final thought for you, the listener. Think about this idea of pursuing ultimate function. Sometimes that relentless drive for durability and capability, like we see here, leads to solutions that seem over-engineered at first glance. But paradoxically, maybe those complex solutions become the most practical, most useful in the real world, maybe even redefining what we expect from a tool. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Where does that line between necessary engineering and maybe extreme engineering actually unlock new levels of usefulness? Something to ponder, especially that balance between hardcore specs and how you'd actually use something like this every day.